from a basement studio somewhere down under. It's the 80s show with Australia's Retro Man. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man.
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s show.
Wait up! What are you doing with all this junk? Keep me busy.
Yes, Sylvester Stallone is back as a garbage man / superhero in the new Amazon Prime movie Samaritan. I have a lot to say about this one, so today I'll be sharing some further thoughts on the film. Overall, this is a fun superhero movie aimed at kids, but in essence it's really more of a Greek tragedy, as it has some Herculean mythos at its very core. The film is dark, gritty and full of sorrow, yet they try to level it all out with a lot of bravado and bloodless violence. Samaritan has been stamped with a PG-13, but the reality is it's a bit too intense for young kids. Nevertheless, if you're a big kid at heart or a die-hard Stallone fan, you should enjoy the ride. Now, Samaritan is directed by Julius Avery. He's an Australian screenwriter and director. He's responsible for films like Son of a Gun with Ewan McGregor and also that war picture a few years back called Overlord. That got on people's radars a bit. So he's firmly in the director's chair here, directing one of the great action heroes of all time, Sylvester Stallone, and Julius and Sly coming together for a superhero film. It's a little bit different to James Gunn and Chris Pratt coming together for Guardians of the Galaxy. This one's a little bit more beer than champagne. I don't think it has the budget of those Marvel films, but it all kind of clicks and comes together to make a neat superhero diversion. That really at the moment there's been an onslaught over the years of superhero films, but this one is different. And Sly is that special ingredient. The aging superhero is something that we haven't seen before, and I kind of like the style of this one. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty decent. And this is a very interesting film for Julius Avery to sink his teeth into, and a lot of people are going to see this one on Amazon Prime.
Another long night of crime and violence.
Some say it's only a matter of time before the city implodes.
I think we're finished here. Go on, beat it.
And at first, Sly doesn't really want to give away that he's Samaritan, that he's this superhero. And then all of a sudden, one day, he's talking to this kid and he gets hit by a car and he's splattered out on the ground there. And he all of a sudden starts to recuperate fairly quickly. And you know what a superhero does to recuperate, to get back on his feet? Sly does it in this film. He eats gallons of ice-cold ice cream. Hey, Faye's ice cream, I think it was. I saw the can sitting there. Maybe that's some product placement. But yeah, Sly recuperates in this one by eating gallons of ice cream. He's almost like Mr. Freeze. And it's kind of funny, really. But what do old superheroes do to survive? Eat ice cream. That was a newie. So this is a superhero film with a lot of mystery, a lot of suspense. And Sly pops up here and there in the early part, and then all of a sudden in the finale, he explodes. And I tell you what, guys, Stallone really brings that physical presence here, especially in that last section of the film. I mean, he proves that he could have played the Incredible Hulk back in the 70s instead of Lou Ferrigno. Sly really brings it. He smashes it home. And Javon Walton, this little kid in this film, he's really kind of cool. I mean, he's just starting out in his career, but he gets the job done. He shares those nice little moments with Sly, and I think Javon has a future. I mean, all he needs to do is work a little bit more on his craft, and later on down the track, we'll be seeing more of him because it's just marinating his career, and he's an athlete too, Javon. And hey, what a better person to work with at the start of your career than Sly Stallone. So you've got Sly, you've got Javon, and you've got this big hulk of a Danish guy called Pillow. And these three guys really, they do their bit for Samaritan. It's a fun film, and hey, it's a refreshing slice of superhero mayhem, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime, and I'm certainly going to check it out again. And it's really a 100-minute film, so it's not one of these big mammoth, Marvel movies where they run for 2.5, 3 hours. It's very contained, it's very tight, it's very sort of gritty and urban, and I think it gets the job done in its 100 minutes, and maybe it leaves you wanting a little bit more. I mean, what is left in Samaritan's future? Will he return again?
Hey, old man! Try this.
Is this the beginning of a superhero franchise for Sylvester Stallone? Maybe. Maybe they could shoehorn Arnold Schwarzenegger into this one and he could play some sort of cousin of Sly's or brother or something like that. Maybe there's Samaritan 2 and it's double trouble with Sly and Arnie. Who knows where they could go with this?
For some people, it's too late to change the damage they've done.
He's hiding something. I want him dead.
So did Samaritan live up to my trailer reaction? Well, kind of. Sly certainly brings it, and there's plenty of superhero fun. Javon Walton's good. Pillow Asbeck is okay. And I think really the action is handled well. It's a little bit CGI heavy, but hey, this is 2022, and I think as far as superhero films go, it's a little refreshing diversion from your usual Marvel and DC stuff. So Samaritan it works well in its own realm, and as far as aging superhero films go, we don't get many of those, do we? Old guys playing superheroes, and Sly does a damn good job of playing one.
The things you bury tend to haunt you.
Why did you disappear?
So that's it, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. This is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and more powerful than Sly Stallone in Samaritan. Now that's cool. Please subscribe and good night, viewers.